Any of the lineups?
Yeah. Good evening and welcome to the Island for tonight's game between the visiting Hutchinson Monarchs and your hometown Kingman Islanders. I'm going to read off the starting lineup, starting with the visiting Monarchs. Leading off, it's the third baseman, Drew Wagner. The right fielder, Blake Bradford. The left fielder, Jaden Gustafson. The first baseman, Jarrett Flaggart. The designated hitter, Sam Weesey. The catcher, Zarek Warren. The center fielder, DJ Merriweather. The shortstop, Nikki Sackett. The second baseman, Blake Brown. Starting on the mound for the Monarchs, it's Jace Miner. And now for your Kingman Islanders. Leading off, the shortstop, Ben Wallachek. The left fielder, Gavin Yurvich. The third baseman, Nolan Friend. The catcher, Austin Lynn. The first baseman, Carter Helm. The right fielder, Corey Reese. The designated hitter, Kyle Reese. The second baseman, striker, Hake. And the center fielder, Trent Reitmeyer. Starting on the mound for the Islanders, Xander Roberts. Now at this time we ask that you please stand, remove your hats out of respect for our country for the playing of our national anthem.
Hey, turn that down when you start playing. It's really loud.
Okay. I'll just turn it down on my phone. I don't know where to turn it down here.
Ashton, could plug in this fan now?
That mini phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right, welcome to tonight's broadcast, pitting the Hutchinson Monarchs against the Kingman Islanders. I'm Ashton Timish. I'll be your play-by-play guy for today. Starting on the mound for the Islanders, it's Xander Roberts. He's thrown 12 innings so far this year. Got 13 strikeouts in that time, just 2 earned runs. So he's been pretty dominant all year and a little bit of work. Gotten put in 3 games. This will be his 4th appearance. The Islanders going up against the Hutch Monarchs, reigning NBC World Series champions. Monarchs coming into this game with a record of 8-4. Islanders 6-7, trying to get back to that 500 mark. Leading off for the Monarchs, it's going to be the third baseman, Drew Bugner. First pitch from Roberts, a bunt attempt. It's going to be pulled back for ball one. Bugner hitting .333 on the year, but that's just 3 for 9. Not a lot of work for him so far, but he's settling in. That pitch going to be swung on and fouled off. Two on the count now. Swung on, grounded down the third base line. It's going to be foul. Nice play by the third base coach to grab it with his bare hand, as if he'd have a glove out there. Most third base coaches don't. 2-2 pitch to Bugner. Swung on, grounded down third, and it's going to be foul again. I'm going to do the 2-2 again. Here's the pitch from Roberts. Gonna miss low and outside. Runs the count full. Payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. Bugner draws a walk. He'll get on base to start this game out. The right fielder, Blake Bradford. Bradford steps up to the plate, hitting .270 on the year. That first pitch is going to miss somewhere for strike one, or ball 1. .1-0 pitch. That one's going to be way outside. Ball 2. Pickoff attempt over to first base. Not going to get him. .2-0 pitch to Bradford. Runner goes. Swung on. Hit foul. Pitch from Roberts. It's going to be swung on, hit high on the left field. Looks like it might be going foul again, and it is. Count is now 2-2. It's the pitch. Swung on, going to be hit high out into right field. Fielder's back, and that ball's gone. A 2-run home run for Blake Bradford. Just 2 earned runs for Roberts coming into this game. Has been doubled before he gets a single out in this one. Left fielder, Jaden Gustafson. Gustafson of Wichita State is hitting .353 so far this season as he'll take strike 1. A 1 pitch. Going to be hit foul. Gustafson gonna shake that off. Gustafson back in the box, faces an 0-2 count here. Robert steals. Misses just outside maybe for ball one. Looks like a tight strike zone today from the home plate umpire. That one's going to be grounded to second base. Hake has it. Throw over to first. In time for the out. He's going to say that Helm caught it before he did drop it, so that's going to be a 4-3 ground ball out for the first out of the inning.
The first baseman, Jarrett Flaggart.
Flaggart 9 for 27 on the year, hitting .333. A 1 pitch from Roberts. Gonna miss high. Evens the count at 1. One pitch, gonna be grounded to second base again. Hake has it, throw over to first. Off the bag, but he recovered in time to get the out, so two ground balls to second base, and twice Helm has kind of fumbled the ball or stepped off the bag, but he's recovered to get the out both times. Brings up Sam Weesey to the plate, the designated hitter. That first pitch going to be strike one. Weesey hitting .219 so far this season. That one inside, ball. 1-1 pitch. Gonna catch the outside edge for strike two. One, two. Ground ball to second base. Hake cannot catch up to that one. That's gonna be a base hit for Weesey.
The catcher is Derek Warren.
Warren steps up to the plate hitting .400 on the year and 25 at-bats. He's got 10 hits. That pitch. He's gonna catch the bottom of the zone for strike one. Like Lynn was ready to throw over to first, he ended up just holding on to it as the 0-1 pitch. He misses low and outside for ball one. One pitch. Gonna get in there. Strike two. One-two pitch from Roberts. It's gonna be in the dirt. More accurately on the turf. It's gonna even the count. 1-2 the count here. 2-2 the count, my bad. 2 outs here, top of the first inning. Monarchs lead it 2-0. Runner on first base as Warren fouls that one off. Keep the at-bat alive. That pitch gonna miss outside. Scoreboard all lit up. Full count, 2 outs. Throw over to first base. Not going to get him. Payoff pitch to Warren. Going to be swung on. Runner went, obviously. It's going to be a fly ball caught by Reitmeyer out in right center field. And that will retire the side, but not before a 2-run shot from Bradford gives the Monarchs the early lead. Pitcher on the mound for the Monarchs is going to be Jace Miner. He's got 8 innings so far this year, giving up 3 runs, 8 strikeouts in that time, so 1 strikeout per inning in the 2 games he's played so far.
The shortstop, Ben Wallachek.
Wallachek steps to the plate with a batting average of 200. Second pitch. Gonna catch the zone for strike 1. Count even now. Pitch to Wallachek. In there, strike 2. One, two, the count now. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded to short. Throw over to first. Gonna be in time for the out.
Left fielder, Gavin Yurovich.
Yurovich hitting .324 on the year. Good for second out of Islanders hitters who regularly come up to the plate. That pitch. Gonna miss, ball 1. One-oh pitch to Yurovich. That one's gonna miss just outside. 2-0 pitch from Minor. Gonna miss up. Runs the count to 3-0. Monarchs lead it 2-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Blake Bradford, 2-run shot in the top of the inning, gave him that lead. No runners on for the Islanders. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Jurovich. He's going to catch the bottom corner for strike 1. That pitch. Up, ball 4. Jurovich takes a walk.
The third baseman, Nolan Friend.
Hey, Noah, give me that empty water bottle right there.
Friend also hitting over 300 on the year. He's up to 308 on the season. First pitch, gonna run way inside. Jurovich gonna go to second, and he's gonna get there without a throw, as Warren couldn't quite get a grasp on the ball after it got away from him. So 1-0 the count with 1 out here. Runner in scoring position is Gavin Jurovich. Nolan Friend at the plate. One-zero for Minor. It's going to be swung on, grounded foul down the third base line. That pitch, going to be swung on, missed, strike 2. You see Brown over there at second base. He's calling for a pickoff. He's covering close, trying to keep Jurovich from getting too big of a lead. But it looks like he'll stay put here. Now he's going to keep calling for it. That pitch, going to be swung on, line past the second baseman for a base hit. And Jurovich is going to hold at third. So now runners on the corners with 1 out.
The catcher, Austin Lynn.
Lynn comes to the plate hitting .320. One out here, runners on the corner. Pitch for Minor. Going to be swung on, hit high out into center field. It's going to be deep, and it's going to be caught out there by Merriweather. But Jurovich is going to come home for the sacrifice fly. And the Islanders are on the board with 2 outs now.
The first baseman, Carter Helm.
Helm steps to the plate, batting .258 on the year. On this season, I should say. Saying on the year might be inaccurate for summer ball, as these guys just got done with their spring seasons. Carter played high school ball for Kingman this past spring. Will be playing at Barton Community College this upcoming spring. 0-1 pitch. Gonna be swung on, hit foul. Count goes 0-2 now.
Oh, there is one.
Here's the delivery. It's gonna be in the dirt. 1-2 now the count. Runner on first is Friend. 2 outs here, bottom of the first. Monarchs lead it 2-1. Pitch from Minor. It's going to be called strike 3. And that will end the first inning. Monarchs still lead it 2-1.
Stepping up to the plate for the Monarchs, the center fielder, DJ Merriweather.
Merriweather steps to the plate, hitting .226 on the year. That pitch, outside ball 1. One 0 from Roberts. Can be swung on, hit high out into left field. Jurovich under it, gets the out.
The shortstop, Nicky Sackett.
Saget hitting .292 on the season. That pitch inside ball 1.
But it's indoor, so right?
1-0 from Roberts. Swung on, hit high out into the left center field. More over towards center field, and Reitmeyer has it. So quick 2 flyouts here in the top of the second.
Second baseman, Blake Brown.
You know, like where Sam goes, you can go.
First pitch misses.
I'm like, where is she? We had a table for 7.
Brown hitting .160 on the year, on the season for the Monarchs. 1-0 pitch. In there, evens the count.
Yeah, so he gets
1-1 pitch. In there, strike 2.
Jennifer Aniston.
Why I kind of remember that, but
That pitch gonna hit the ground. Evens the count up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Top of the second inning. Monarchs lead it 2-1. No runners on. Brown at the plate. 2-2 pitch. Gonna be swung on, fouled back. Two again. Pitch is outside, ball 3. Scoreboard all lit up. Full count with 2 outs here. Payoff pitch from Roberts. Gonna be swung on, grounded to friend at third. Throw over to first. And time for the third out. That will retire the side. So after a rough start in the first inning for Roberts, he gets them down in order 1, 2, 3 in the second.
The right fielder, Corey Reese.
Reese comes up to the plate. He leads the Islanders in batting average, .444 for him so far this season. First pitch. Gonna miss, I think, just inside for ball one. One 0 pitch. Gonna run inside again. Count runs 2-0. Pitch from Minor. Gonna miss outside. 3-0. Now the count. Pitch. Inside, ball 4. So 4-pitch walk for Reese to start the inning for the Islanders.
Designated hitter, Kyle Reese.
Now the second Reese steps up to the plate. His brother is hitting 148 on the year. So it's Corey Reese on first, Kyle Reese at the plate. So he'll take strike one. A 1 pitch. Misses outside. Evens the count up at 1. One count. That pitch misses inside, ball 2. Pitch from Minor. Evens the count at 2. Two pitch. Swung on, missed, strike 3. That'll be the first out here. The bottom of the second. We'll bring up
The second baseman, striker, Hake.
Hey.
Hake stepping to the plate. First pitch. Catches the inside part of the plate. Strike one. Hake struggling so far, just 2 for 40 on the year, 0.50 batting average and a check swing. Let's say he went. Runs the count quickly to 0-2 now. That pitch to Hake. In there, strike three called. So back-to-back strikeouts for Minor after the leadoff walk.
The center fielder, Trent Reitmeyer.
Reitmeyer steps to the plate, hitting 125 so far this season. That pitch, gonna be in there, strike one. A lot of called strikes in these first 2 innings this game. A 1 pitch, swung on, hit high into center field. Merriweather's got it for the third out. So no runs that inning. Islanders trail it 2-1. Heading into the third. First pitch to Bugner, the set bat is misses for ball one. He drew a walk his first at bat, scored on Bradford's home run in the first inning. That pitch misses ball two. Two-0 pitch from Roberts. Catches, I guess, the outside edge. Goes to 2-1.
Check their water and ice in the dugouts like every few innings, just to make sure since it's so hot. Thank you.
2-1 count, swung on, fouled off. Looked like Bugner might have fouled it off of himself. Doesn't look like he's too bothered. Two the count. That pitch misses, ball three. Count now full to Bugner. Payoff pitch, Swung on, grounded to short. Wallcheck has it. Throw over to first. In time for the out.
The right fielder, Blake Bradford.
Bradford, the player from Hutch Community College, hit a 2-run shot in the first inning to give the Monarchs a 2-0 lead. The Islanders have gotten 1 run back, but Monarchs still hold the lead. Here in the top of the third. 0-1 pitch, swung on, hit high out into left field. Jurovich is back, and he's got it.
Left fielder, Jaden Gustafson.
Gustafson grounded out to second base, his first plate appearance. That pitch misses low, ball 1. One 0 from Roberts. Catches the outside edge, I suppose. One 1. Fouled down the first base side over to the Monarchs dugout. Let's see Cooper Harris go out into right field to grab that ball. 1-2 to Gustafson. Fouled over by the Monarchs dugout again. This one's not going to get as far away. Batter in the hole is going to grab it. One, two again. Swung on down the first base line, and it's going to be fair as Helm couldn't get it. Reese got it in foul territory, and that's going to be a stand-up double for Jaden Gustafson.
The first baseman, Jarrett Flaggart.
Flaggart, just like Gustafson, grounded out to second in the first inning. Very similar plays, his and Gustafson's ground out as he'll hit that one hard, but it'll be fouled off. It's a ground ball over to Hake, throw to Helm, and Helm stumbled, either lost the ball or stepped off the bag, recovered to get the out both times, so no harm. Ground ball over to Wallcheck. He's got it. Fell down to his knees, but the throw is in time for the out. Double from Gustafson does nothing. The 6-3 ground ball out will retire the side. Monarchs lead at 2-1 heading into the middle of the third. Apologies for the audio error. Wallachek led off the inning by grounding out to shortstop Jurevich at the plate. He walked and scored in the first inning. 2-0 pitch to Jurevich. It's going to be high. Jurevich up 3-0 in the count now. Here's the pitch. Going to catch the outside edge, or what's been the outside edge so far today. It's going to be 3-1 count now. Ground ball over to short. It's going to be misplayed, and the ball is going to land in the infield, and Jurevich is going to get on, probably by error.
The third baseman, Nolan Friend.
Friend steps up to the plate. Hit a single in the first inning that moved Jurevich over to third. Jurevich on first for him again here with 1 out in the inning. A 1 pitch. It's going to miss to even up the count at 1. One the count. It's going to be grounded up the middle, and it's going to be a base hit. Makes Friend 2 for 2 on the day with a couple of singles. Moves Jurevich over to second.
The catcher, Austin Lynn.
Lynn hit a sacrifice fly out to center field that scored Jurevich in the first inning. Got runners on first and second this time. That pitch, outside, ball 1. Might be the first time an outside pitch has been called a ball all day. Runners go, and the catcher's just going to hold it. So now 2 runners in scoring position as a called strike evens the count at 1. Double steal had Warren frozen up, didn't know where to throw it. One pitch to Lynn. Swung on, missed, strike 2. One-two pitch. Gonna be swung on, missed, strike 3. It's going to be the 4th strikeout of the game for Minor here in the 3rd inning.
The first baseman, Carter Helm.
Helm struck out looking in the first inning. That pitch, it's going to miss, ball 1. Catcher appealed on an apparent check swing, and infield umpire says he did not go. So the count remains 1-0. That pitch is going to get in there, strike 1. Big strike zone today, but it's been relatively consistent. That pitch, gonna miss just barely inside. Two one pitch. Breaking ball gets back into the zone. Evens the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Runners on second and third here. Bottom of the third inning. Ground ball there. Shortstop has it. Throw over to first. Going to be in time for the third out. 2 runners stranded here in the bottom of the third. No scores that inning. Monarchs still lead 2-1. So we'll head to the fourth.
The designated hitter, Sam Weesey.
They told me I was Weesey. Weesey steps up to the plate. Pitch in there for a strike. Had a base hit in the first inning. One's outside. Ball 1. One pitch. This is outside. Count runs 2-1. Inside, ball 3. 3-1 pitch. Right down the middle, strike 2. Full count, payoff pitch. It's going to be swung on, hit high out into left center field. And that ball's going to get down. Jurovich going to grab it, throw into the infield. It's not going to get him at second, but he'll hold up there. So Weesey with the leadoff double here in the 4th inning.
The catcher, Zarek Warren.
Warren, the catcher from Stephen F. Austin University. That pitch catches the outside edge, strike 1. Warren flew out to center field, his first at bat. That one runs inside. Evens the count up. 1-1 from Roberts. Inside, it's going to hit him. you're going to hit a guy, might as well have a base open. But it's not what Roberts was meaning to do, I'm sure, there. DJ Merriweather comes up to the plate. Flew out to left his in the second inning. Led off the second inning 1-2-3. Roberts had him that one. Merriweather takes ball one outside. That pitch fouled back, and if there wasn't a netting, I think I might have been in danger. But there is netting. I'll continue to call the game. 1-1 the count. That pitch going to be swung on over Higgs' head. And it looks like a runner's going to come around to score at least one as the ball gets misplayed in the outfield. And the runners are going to hold at second and third. So one run comes across. And that's going to be a double for Merriweather. Reese going to go to the mound. Talk it over with Roberts.
The shortstop, Nikki Sackett.
Sackett flew out to center field. His first at-bat in the second inning. That pitch is going to be thought about swinging, but did not, and it's going to be ball one. One-0 pitch, swung on out into left field, and it's going to find a gap, and two will score. Sackett goes to second, and he's going to hold there. So a 5-1 lead now. It's another double for the Monarchs. Scores two.
The second baseman, Blake Brown.
Brown will come to the plate after this talk on the mound as Coach Munz comes out. Three doubles so far this inning for the Monarchs, including the leadoff one from Weesey. Warren got hit by a pitch, then Merriweather came to the plate and hit one, and Sackett got a 2 RBIs on his double that he just hit. So there's going to be a runner on second in Sackett as Brown comes to the plate. He grounded out to third in the second inning. Still nobody out here in the top of the fourth as the Monarchs lead it 5-1 now. That pitch is going to be put down for a bunt, but it's going to hit the plate and it's going to be foul. A 1 pitch to Brown. It's going to miss. Ball one. One count. Pickoff attempt over at second. He's back in. Good move there by Roberts, but Sackett was able to get back before the tag was on. That pitch going to be swung on, fouled over the Monarchs dugout and into the field of play in the T-ball field. It was in the infield. fouled way away. One to the pitch. That one's going to be fouled back. He'll stay alive. Sometimes we'll have practices or games going on that field during Islanders games, so it's fortunate they didn't have one going just then. 1-2 count to Brown. That pitch is going to miss outside and low, and the runner is going to move over to third. So now just 90 feet away is Sackett. Count even at 2. Here's the pitch. It's going to be swung on another foul ball. Just a great at-bat here from Brown, just staying alive, working the count. Still only 2 balls for him, but he can keep going as long as he wants, as long as he does not take strike 3, and he just took ball 3 there. So the count now full. Here's the pitch. Swung on, that one's put in play, and Hake has it. Throw over to first, underhand is going to get him. Sackett did come across the score, so the score is now 6-1. But a much needed out there as well for Roberts.
The third baseman, Drew Bugner.
Bugner 0 for 1 today, drew a walk and scored in the first inning. That pitch going to be swung on, hit out into right field, and it's going to be caught there for the second out.
The right fielder, Blake Bradford.
Bradford comes up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. He has a home run and a fly out. It was a deep fly out to left field. And he's going to swing and miss at that first pitch. That pitch swung on, grounded to third. Friend can't play it. It was a hard shot at him. And so he'll be on.
The left fielder, Jaden Gustafson.
Gustafson, one could say he started off the double party in the last inning. The first double of the game for the Monarchs. He's 1 for 2 today, grounded out in the first inning, but hit a double the last inning, and there's been 3 this inning. All of the batters who hit one have come around to score this inning. Gustafson was stranded in the third. But he's got a runner on first here. This counts 1-1. That pitch inside is going to miss him, and Reese is just going to let Bradford move over. Two-one count here. Robert steals, swung on, ground ball over to Hake, throw over to first, in time for the third out. So a rough inning there for the Islanders, but they'll get out of it before, I don't want to say too much damage is done, but a 5-run deficit in the 4th inning, there are much worse situations you could be in. The score is 6-1. And the Islanders will come to the plate and try and get at least a couple of those runs back. The right fielder, Corey Reese. Reese walked in the second inning. That pitch is going to miss up for ball one. That pitch misses low, ball two. Two-0 count, swung on, grounded foul.
I'll see if I can see on that.
2-1 to Reese, swung on, missed. First strike, two. Two-two pitch from Minor. It's going to be low. Run to the count full.
Well, he's going back out.
Payoff pitch. Swung on. Going to be hit over the shortstop, and maybe not. Nice play by Sackett to get back and make the grab out in shallow left field there. Designated hitter Kyle Reese. Kyle Reese now steps up to the plate, struck out in the second inning. That pitch, gonna miss outside, ball one. Time's gonna be called. The first base umpire needed a drink, which is completely understandable. It is a hot day out today. One of the count. Pitch is gonna miss somewhere. Ball two. That one swung on, fouled back. Two one the count now. Reese still working ahead in the count, and maybe not anymore, as he'll take strike two looking. Count even at two now. Pitch from Minor. Outside, runs the count full. One out here, bottom of the fourth inning. No runners on. Islanders trail at 1-6. Payoff pitch to Kyle Reese. Misses low. Ball four. The second baseman, striker, Hake. Hake struck out looking in the second inning. That pitch, gonna miss outside, ball one. On a pitch. He's going to catch the zone for strike one. Count even now. Pickoff attempt over to first base, not in time. I don't know if the sun's hiding behind clouds or just went down enough to where we can't really feel it from the press box, but it feels a little bit better than it did just like 5 minutes ago. Maybe just a breeze picked up as Hake takes strike two. One-two pitch. In there, strike three called. Minor gets him looking again.
The center fielder, Trent Reitmeyer.
Reitmeyer flew out to center field his first at bat. He'll take that pitch in the dirt for ball one. One of the count. In there, strike one. A pitch, swung on, hit high into the infield, and it's going to be caught by the second baseman for the third out. That'll end the inning. No runs come across for the Islanders as they still trail it 6-1 heading into the fifth.
First baseman, Jarrett Flaggart.
Flaggart is the one hitter who did not come up to the plate to bat in that big fourth inning for the Monarchs as he'll take strike one. Everyone else came to the plate we see led off with the double, and the next three runners got on. We scored 4 runs in the last inning. Lead it 6-1 here in the top of the fifth. Flaggart down 0-2. Here's the pitch. That one's way outside. One-two pitch, swung on, hit out into center field for a base hit. Flagger keeps the bats rolling for the Monarchs.
The designated hitter, Sam Weesey.
That pitch swung on, grounded past the first baseman. It's going to be a base hit. Throw into the infield in time to hold the runner at second. So back-to-back base hits to start the inning. And now Weesey's 3 for 3 on the day.
The catcher, Zarek Warren.
Warren 0 for 1 got hit by a pitch, came around to score in the fourth. 2-1, nobody out here in the top of the fifth. Fly ball into shallow right field, going to be caught by the second baseman, Hake, for the first out.
The center fielder, DJ Merriweather.
Merriweather was one of 17 batters the last inning to hit a double for the Monarchs. It's actually one of 3, but felt like 17. He'll take strike 1. He's 1 for 2 on the day. A 1 pitch. It's going to miss low. That pitch, it's going to miss low. Runners are going to move over as Reese lets the ball get away from him. There's going to be a talk with Roberts in the infield. Two on the count here to Merriweather. A pitch. Going to be inside. Ball 2. Ball 3. I misspoke. Now base open, but you don't really want the bases to go loaded here, as that pitch going to be swung on, hit high out into left center field. Reitmeyer dives for it, can't make the grab. Throw into the infield. It's going to hold the runner at third. So Merriweather slides in with his second double of the game. It scores Flaggart. And that'll do it for Roberts today.
Oh, oh.
So after allowing just 2 earned runs in 12 innings coming into this game, Roberts goes 4 1/3, gives up 7. McNeil comes to the mound for the Islanders. He's given up 9 runs in 4 innings of work so far this year. McNeil from Georgetown, Ontario. Attends Cloud County.
New pitcher on the mound for the Islanders, Andrew McNeil. The shortstop, Nikki Sackett.
Sackett, 1 for 2, hit a double because, of course, in the 4th inning. Flew out in the 2nd. That pitch is going to be a check swing. I'm going to say it went. Strike 1. A 1 pitch here. In there, strike 2. One out here, top of the 5th. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Your strikes, 0 balls, 2 strikes to Sackett here. 0-2 from McNeil. Misses. Low and outside, ball 1. One-two pitch. It's gonna run way inside. It's gonna hit him. So he'll take a trip to first base, and the bases are now loaded.
The second baseman, Blake Brown.
Brown comes to the plate. He grounded out for the first out of the last inning. Brown, a player at Sam Houston State. That pitch, gonna catch the zone for strike 1. A 1 pitch. A 1. Gonna miss low. Bases loaded. If you can't get a strikeout here, what you're gonna want with 1 out is a ground ball. If you can't get a double play, at least get the force out at home. Strike 2 is gonna be called. One-two for McNeil, misses outside. Lynn able to keep it in front of him. Two the count. That pitch. Runs inside. Cubs are going to run full now. 1 out here, top of the 5th. Bases are loaded. Monarchs lead it 7-1. Payoff pitch to Brown. Swung on, foul off. That breaks the tension just a little bit. They'll step back into the box and the tension will rise again as we'll see another 3-2 pitch. McNeil deals. Swung on, and it's another foul ball. Third consecutive payoff pitch. Runs inside, hits him. And that'll score a run as the bases are loaded. Weesey comes home. We'll bring up the top of the order.
The third baseman, Drew Bugner.
Bugner 0 for 2 drew a walk in the first inning, came around to score. First pitch is going to be fouled off a line or over to the Monarchs dugout and sent a couple players to the ground, but looks like they're all right, and they're going to go head into the dugout just to stay safe behind the netting that they have in front of that. Quite frankly, I can't say I blame them after that one. Oh, 1 pitch. Runs inside, another hit by pitch. And another run comes across. It's the third one this inning. Time it's Merriweather that comes across to score. Second on third, Brown on second, and now Bugner on first after that pitch hit him. Score is now 9-1 Monarchs. Looks like that's going to do it for McNeil's day. And despite McNeil coming in and hitting 3 batters in a row, I think all those runs will be attributed to the starter, which was Xander Roberts. New pitcher on the mound for the Islanders. It's Mason Munns. Given up 11 runs in 11 innings, but has thrown a couple gems here on the island so far this year. Pitcher from Wichita State. In his 2 pitching appearances at home, has gone 6 scoreless innings. On the road, he's thrown 5 innings and given up 11 runs, so still has yet to give up a run at home so far this year.
The right fielder, Blake Bradford.
Bradford comes to the plate, bases are loaded. Hit a 2-run home run in the first inning to start the scoring for the Monarchs. That pitch just misses outside, ball 1. A pitch misses outside, ball 2. Two-0 pitch. That one also outside. All 3 runners on base will be attributed to McNeil. All 3 of those guys were hit by a pitch in order to get on. 3-0 pitch. Catches the outside edge, strike 1. A pitch, gonna run way inside, ball 4. I think so. So that will bring Sackett home as Gustafson comes to the plate. As the 9th batter this inning, still only 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
What do you want to say with this stats?
One 0 delivery to Gustafson. In there, strike 1. Gustafson 1 for 3, grounded out to second a couple times. Also hit a double in the 3rd. One pitch. This is inside. Two one count. This is outside. Ball 3. Three one for Munns. Swung on, fouled back. Runs the count full. The pace of baseball is way more dynamic than it is in any other sport because saw an hour into the broadcast, we were already in the 4th inning. I'm like, wow, this game's going by fast. Here we are 40 minutes later, and we have not gotten out of the top of the 5th. Payoff pitch from Munns is going to be fouled back. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Bases loaded. Monarchs lead at 10-1. Gustafson at the plate with a full count. Three-two again. In the dirt. Ball 4. And Brown comes across to score.
First baseman, Jarrett Flaggart.
Flaggart was the one hitter who didn't come to the plate in the 4th inning, but maybe it's made up for by the fact that he's the first one to come up twice here in the 5th. That pitch going to be swung on, missed. He hit a single, came around to score earlier this inning. Oh, 1 for Munns. Swung on, fouled back. A pitch. In there, strike 3 called. And finally, we have our second out, and finally, we have the first strikeout for the Islanders all game here in the 5th inning. Sam Buisi comes to the plate. He's 3 for 3. He's come around to score twice. That pitch swung on, missed, strike 1. A 1 pitch, swung on, missed, strike 2. That pitch gonna miss low. Ball 1. That pitch gonna be swung on, hit high out into center field. Reitmeyer comes in. And he says he got it, and he does. And after about a couple centuries, we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. The shortstop, Ben Wolochek.
Wolochek 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to short a couple times. A pitch. Catches the outside part of the plate. Strike one. A pitch. Can be swung on, miss. Strike two.
Relax a little bit. Relax a little bit.
They're not that bad. They're not horrible, but they're very crazy.
0-2 pitch. Gonna be in the dirt. 0-1.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was very good at
A pitch. Outside ball 2. Evens up the count. I think it's full. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded to first, and that's going to be a base hit for Wolochek. And the Islanders have some ground to make up, but Wolochek's going to try and be the first guy to make it up.
The left fielder, Gavin Yurovich.
Yurovich 0 for 1 today. He's reached twice, though, on an error and a walk. Came around to score in the first inning for the Islanders' only run. A pitch going to be in there, strike one. A 1 pitch. Gonna miss. Ball 2. Wolochek got a big secondary on that. Saw him out of the corner of my eye. I thought he was about to run. He did not. As Yurovich takes strike 2. I don't think he was too happy about that call, but count goes to 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it bounces a couple feet before it hits the plate, and that's going to be ball 2. Two to the count. Swung on, hit high into shallow right field. And he comes in and grabs at the right fielder for the first out.
The third baseman, Nolan Friend.
Friend comes to the plate. It's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. That pitch is going to be low. Wolochek's going to move over to second as it got away from Warren behind the plate. And that ball might have snuck between his legs. So now Wolochek moves over into scoring position. His friend who has gotten on base twice. He's got 2 hits. Stays at the plate, leading the count 1-0. Wolochek's going to dance over at second, and the pitcher going to step off. A pitch. It's going to miss low. Maybe a bit inside as well. Ball 2. A pitch. It's going to be right down the middle, strike 1. One out here, bottom of the 5th inning. Runner on second. Monarchs lead it 11-1. Friend swings. Friend drives it out into right center field. And it's going to be caught by Merriweather out there. Wallachek going to go to third, and the throw is going to be wide of the bag and way late. So Wallachek will get into third with 2 outs.
The catcher, Austin Lynn.
Lynn has an RBI with a sacrifice fly in the first inning. 2 outs here. Sacrifice fly wouldn't score. Wallachek. First pitch is a strike. That one swung on. Hit high out into right field. And it gets down for a hit. And Wallachek's going to come home and score the second run for the Islanders.
The first baseman, Carter Helm.
So Lynn, in 3 plate appearances, has 2 RBIs and a strikeout sandwiched in the middle. Helm 0 for 2 today. A pitch. It's going to miss for ball 1. Runner on first, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 5th. Islanders trail at 2-11. He'll take that pitch in there for strike 1. One the count. Minor deals. No, a pickoff attempt over at first base. It's not going to get him. Now minor deals. Swung on, fouled off down the first base side. Runs the count 1-2. One-two pitch to Helm. In there, strike 3 called. And Helm goes down looking for the second time today. So that will end the 5th inning. Islanders trail at 2-11. New pitcher on the mound is Lane Rolfs for the Islanders.
The catcher, Zarek Warren.
Rolfs has given up 3 runs in 4 innings pitched. ERA just under 7. But once again, with just 4 innings pitched, the ERA is not really a great statistic to use. A pitch, gonna miss high, ball 1. Islanders trail it by 9. 1-0 pitch, catches the outside edge, strike 1. One the count.
Yeah. Yes.
Pitch misses. I guess
Get
inside.
all the way.
Warren 0 for 2 today, but he did get hit by a pitch and scored in the last inning. Or, that was the 4th inning, excuse me. 3-1 pitch. It's gonna miss for ball 4. Warren will get on for the 2nd time today.
The center fielder, DJ Merriweather.
Merriweather 2 for 3, and he'll drive that one out into deep center field. Reitmeyer's going to jump up, not going to be able to grab it. Another 2-run shot for the day for the Monarchs. Merriweather that time drives it over the center field fence, and a valiant play by Reitmeyer wasn't enough to keep the ball in the field of play. So an extra 2 runs onto the monstrous total for the Monarchs today. 13-2 the score.
The shortstop, Nikki Sackett.
That pitch will be in there for strike. Elf gives up that homer, comes right in at him. Pitch in there, strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch. Gonna be swung on, fouled back. What a game it's been for Merriweather. He's 2 doubles and a home run, all in the last 3 innings. Only had 1 plate appearance, flew out before those. 0-2 pitch to Sackett, swung on, missed, strike 3. Lynn dropped it, throw over to first, in time to complete the strikeout.
The second baseman, Blake Brown.
Brown 0 for 2 today, grounded out twice, got hit by a pitch, came around to score in the last inning. That pitch going to be high. The count. That pitch. It's going to miss somewhere. Might have been low. The count. In there, strike 1. A pitch. Gonna miss low. 3-1 now the count. And that's going to be ball 4. Brown take a trip to first base. And that'll be his second free pass in as many innings.
The third baseman, Drew Bugner.
Bugner over 2 has gotten on twice with a walk and a hit by pitch. A pitch misses for ball 1. One-0 pitch. Outside, throw over to first. Going to be not in time. Brown, the runner, was too far off for Lynn's liking. Throw over. Didn't quite get him, but might hold him a little bit closer than he was. That pitch going to be swung on, hit high, out into shallow right field. It's going to be caught, almost a collision there between Reese and Reitmeyer, but Reese ended up making the catch for the second out.
The right fielder, Blake Bradford.
Bradford 1 for 3 today. Just reached on an error, got walked in the last inning. Has a 2-run home run in the first that started the scoring, although it feels kind of separate from every other run that the Monarchs have scored, because they scored that homer in the first inning and then they went a couple without scoring anything, and then in the last 3 they've just piled on 11 runs. Oh, on the count, a pickoff move, not going to get him. Oh, 1 pitch. It's going to catch the outside part of the plate. 0-2 the count. Oh, 2 pitch, going to be fouled off. Their headlights on out in left field. Bradford's a right-handed hitter, but might interfere with the home plate umpire's field of view. So we're going to try and get those shut off before we continue play. And there we go. Crowd applauds the mechanical success of shutting the headlights off in that car. Oh, 2 the count for Bradford. Runner goes, and it's going to be fouled down the third base line. Brown's going to round back and head to first base. Oh, 2 yet again. Swung on. Another foul ball. and Coach Munns can't play it. Oh, 2. That one's up for ball 1. A lot of foul balls. And we finally got pitch. Missed the strike zone. Down goes, and another foul ball, and he's getting a lot of exercise running over to second on these foul balls. I'm sure the plan is either a hit and run or him to just take the pitch and he'll just get second, but so far neither time he's run over to second has worked out. It's both been foul. And that's going to be another foul ball, but he stayed put that time. He's going to start moving on any contact. 2 outs here. Top of the 6th. Monarchs lead it 13-2. Catcher Lynn calls time. Runner goes, and that time it's not a foul ball. He takes ball 2, and the runner is safe. So he finally gets a free pass to second base that he's been so desperately looking for this entire at-bat. That pitch going to be swung on, fouled off to the right side. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, swinging on and missed. Strike 3 will retire the side. Rolfs gets out of it after a 2-run home run from Merriweather adds on to what was a 9-run lead, now an 11-run lead. And the Islanders will come to the plate, try and get something back. We'll see what they can do. New pitcher on the mound after Minor went 5 innings of good ball. And after all that time, you'd think he'd have a quality start, but most of the time, the Islanders have spent playing defense, so Just 5 innings, 2 runs. A good start for Minor, but does not quite reach the definition of a quality start. Reese at the plate, Corey Reese specifically, takes strike 1. That pitch, it'll be swung on, fouled off, and pretty sure you could hear that one from the high school as it hits the pole to support the netting. That pitch gonna be swung on, fouled down the first base side. Count goes 0-2. That pitch is going to be low for ball 1. Pitcher on the mound for the Monarchs is Camden Cornelius from Nickerson High School, as that's going to be a check swing from Reese, and they'll say win around. So that'll be the first out.
The designated hitter, Kyle Reese.
Kyle Reese comes to the plate now. First pitch. This is outside, ball 1. Kyle's 0 for 1 today with a walk. That pitch. Outside, ball 2. I didn't see him signal strike.
Huh?
I didn't see him signal strike. That pitch can be swung on, hit foul. 2-1 the count now. That pitch. Swung on, missed, strike 2. Evens the count up. That pitch. Swung on, missed, strike 3. So Corey and Kyle Reese both down on strikes to start the bottom of the 6th inning.
The second baseman, striker, Hake.
And now the Islanders down to potentially their last out here. With this big of a deficit after 5 innings. If they're unable to score, the game will be called. And Hake goes down 0-1. He struck out looking twice. He'll take that pitch. Even up the count. That pitch swung on, missed, strike 2. One, 2 from Cornelius. It's in the dirt. No runners on. Trent Reitmeyer, the batter on deck, goes and recovers that foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th. Strike 3 called. That will end the inning. New pitcher on the mound for the Islanders. It's Drayton Denning. He'll throw to Jaden Gustafson. That'll be ball 1. That pitch, gonna catch, I guess, the corner of the strike zone for strike 1. Count even. Pitch from Denning. Misses low. 2 on the count now. That pitch swung on, line past the first baseman. That's going to be a base hit for Gustafson. He's now 2 for 3 on the day, 2 for 4 on the day, my bad.
The first baseman, Jarrett Flaggart.
Flaggart steps up to the plate. He's got 1 hit today. Came around to score. Here's the pitch. Up high. Two-0 the count now. Runner on first. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Monarchs lead it 13-2. That pitch swung on. Going to be lined out into left field. Jurevich makes a nice play out there. I think he might have gone to the ground to make that grab for the first out.
The designated hitter, Sam Weesey.
We see 3 for 4 today. Got a couple singles and a double. Pitch misses low, ball 1. That pitch, gonna be a check swing. We're gonna say he went. One the count. Here's the pitch. And there's strike 2. A pitch. This is outside. Evens the count at 2. A pitch. Gonna miss low, bounce in the dirt. And Lan is not gonna have anyone to throw to over at second base. And that's gonna be ball 4.
The catcher, Zarek Warren.
Warren comes to the plate. Takes that first pitch down low for ball 1. It's 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a walk. Came around to score twice. A pitch. It'll be swung on, fouled off. 1-1. Swung on. Hit foul. Over down the first base line. Went out of play. On to the count. Umpire has to restock on baseballs. Runners on first and second. 1 out here, top of the 7th inning. Monarchs lead it 13-2. That pitch can be swung on, hit high out into right field. And the ball's going to get down. I believe they decided to call that an infield fly. So the runners will stay put. So that'll be the second out. And that rule exists to stop fielders from dropping the ball and getting an easy double play on force outs, which is probably what would have happened there. So umpires use their discretion to make that call. So there are 2 outs here, top of the 7th, 2 runners on. 2-0 count now to Merriweather, who hit a 2-run shot his last time up. .30 pitch. Gonna be swung on, miss, strike 1. That pitch, going to be swung on, fouled back. Scoreboard all lit up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That pitch, swung on, fouled off. And that one's going to bounce off the street and into the Nenaskaw River. Full count again. That pitch can be in the dirt. Ball 4. And bases are loaded. Nikki Sackett comes to the plate. It's 1 for 3. He'll take ball 1 low. That pitch misses. 2-0 the count. I want to catches the outside edge, strike 1. That pitch going to be swung on, hit high, and then foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Top of the 7th inning. Monarchs lead at 13-2. Bases are loaded for Nikki Sackett. That pitch going to be in the dirt. Runs the count full. Scoreboard all lit up now. Full count and 2 outs. That pitch going to miss. Ball 4. And another run comes across for the Monarchs. Lead balloons to 14-12. Pitch going to be fouled off. After 3 innings, we had a 1-2 ball game with a Monarchs lead. No one had scored after the first until the fourth, and that's when the Monarchs really started going. They came across with 4 in that one. And a throw over to first base is not going to be hauled in by Helm over there, and that's going to be another run for the Monarchs. Bases remain loaded, and Blake Brown reaches on an error. Drew Bugner comes to the plate. 2 outs here, top of the 7th. At pitch, gonna miss up high for ball 1. That pitch, outside, and Lynn threatened to throw over to first, but decided not to. There's a runner on third. Don't want to make that throw. A lot of the times it's not going to actually get out. You just don't want to take that risk, as there's a deep fly ball out into right field, and
Foul, that's foul!
a late foul ball call from the home plate umpire. There's going to be a little bit of discussion, not so friendly discussion, between the umpires. Someone who's yelling at them. But that's going to be a foul ball, as it was a flew out to Reese over in right field. He wasn't able to haul it in, but it was in foul territory. And that's going to be a foul ball, I think, without any discussion on that one. One to the count. A pitch. Runs inside. Evens the count at 2. A pitch. Another way inside pitch, and that was a 2-2 pitch, and he thought he walked. He did not. You have to take 4 balls in order to draw a walk. And on ball 3, you do not get a free pass to first base, so Bugner's gonna come back to the plate, and we'll see an actual full count pitch. Obviously, he knows that you don't get a walk on a 2-2 pitch. And he'll swing and miss at strike 3. Monarchs come across with a couple more, and they lead 15-2 in the 7th inning. The Islanders come up to the plate. Want to take the time to thank our Islander sponsors for the 2024 season. The 54 Chiropractic, Jake's Guttering Service, Eagles Pub and Golf Course, and 360 Total Fitness. Thank you to our Islander sponsors for this season. Trent Reitmeyer steps up to the plate, and that pitch going to be way outside for ball one. One 0 pitch, outside ball two.
No.
That pitch going to be a swing and miss. I believe he signaled the count as 1-2. Here's the pitch. That one did miss for sure. And that pitch gonna miss, strike three, and you hear Reitmeyer not too happy about that one. Some language came out that I'm not allowed to repeat, but I'm sure you can infer if you didn't hear it. Ben Wolochek steps to the plate. He's going to put down a bunt attempt, and that one's going to be fouled way off. I don't think I've ever seen a bunt go out of play that far, or maybe not at all. Sure, it's happened, but... A 1, pitch misses. 1-1 the count. It's going to be a ground ball down the left side. It's going to be foul. Count goes to 1-2 now to Wolochek. One-two pitch, swung on, grounded down the first base side, and it's gonna step on the bag for the first out or the second out.
The left fielder, Gavin Yurvich.
Yurvich steps up, 2 outs, nobody on here. In the bottom of the 7th, they trail by 13, the Islanders. He'll swing and miss at that first pitch. 0-1 pitch is going to miss up. Evens the count at 1. One pitch, swung on. It's going to be fouled back. One-two pitch, swung on. It's going to be hit foul. And get back into the field of play. Throw back home. We're going to trade baseballs. That pitch going to be outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That pitch gonna miss. Run the count full. Payoff pitch for Cornelius. It's going to be in the dirt. Irovich draws a walk.
The third baseman, Nolan Friend.
Friend comes up to the plate. He's 2 for 2. Hit a sacrifice fly in the 5th to move the runner over to third. It's going to be a line drive out to shortstop, and I was in the dugout earlier today, and they were talking about how Nolan just makes great contact, but happens to hit it straight to players, and that's what happened there. And after 7 innings, the score is 15-2. After 7 innings, if the score is more than 10 runs, then the game gets called, and the score being 13 runs, that will end the game. So the Monarchs win it 15-2. Couple of home runs for them to really push it over the edge to start the game. Bradford hit one in the 1st inning, and then Merriweather comes up in the 6th to put on what ended up to be the finishing touches, even though they scored another 2 runs after that. They didn't really need them. We'll be back tomorrow night with another broadcast of Islander baseball against the Hutch Monarchs. Monarchs take tonight's game 15-2. I've been Ashton Timish. So long from the island, George Arnsdorf Memorial Field at Riverside Park.